Generally, it is Saturn Mahadasha which is considered to be the most feared Mahadasha. But actually, today in this video, we will be discussing about the Mahadasha of a planet which is really difficult if you are a materialistic person. Hello friends, my name is Hardik and you're watching my YouTube channel on Vedic Astrology, AstroKeen. Today in this video, we will be discussing about Ketu Mahadasha. So let's start. Before I explain you about Ketu Mahadasha and we discuss about Ketu Mahadasha, my sincere request to you, kindly subscribe to my channel and please share my video if you like it. Your subscriptions will give me a lot of encouragement to make more such videos. So coming back to the topic, which is Ketu Mahadasha. Now Ketu is the south node of the moon, right? It's a shadowy planet. Actually, it doesn't exist. Now Ketu is considered to be a very spiritual planet, but spirituality in a difficult way. Whereas Jupiter is also considered to be a spiritual planet, but Jupiter is a lovely planet, is a great planet, is a planet which will give you great results as well, and it is considered to be the most auspicious planet. Whereas Ketu is a malefic planet, and it's not the spiritual path you take during the Ketu Mahadasha may not start in a pleasant way. That's what Ketu is. Ketu is also about fear. Ketu is about hallucination. Ketu is about occult. Ketu is about fear, sorrow, difficulties. Ketu is a headless planet, and wherever Ketu is placed in your chart, that means that you have accomplished that part of life very well in your previous birth. So in this birth, that particular aspect of life may not be very important for you, may not be something which you really need in this birth, because you have done that, you have seen that, you have had expertise in that, and now you're bored of that particular aspect of life. As I told you at the start of the video, it is usually people say that Saturn is the most scary Mahadasha, right? But actually it is Ketu which is the most difficult Mahadasha if you are a materialistic person, right? If materialistic things are very important for you, then Ketu Mahadasha becomes a very, very difficult Mahadasha. What happens during Ketu Mahadasha is, because Ketu is a spiritual planet and spirituality in a difficult way, it will take to spirituality by going the difficult path. It will take everything from you which is materialistic, right? It will take your assets, it will take your money, it will, you may go through financial losses, you may not get increments in your job, you may not do well in your job, you may get fired from your job, you will lose a lot of money in whatever reasons it can be. And Ketu is also about hallucination. So you are not able to take the correct decisions. Like Rahu, you're not able to take the correct decisions, and hence you may incur losses. You may incur losses financially and materialistically in the Ketu Mahadasha, right? So if you have, say for example, you have 7 properties and you have a lot of money and you have a lot of assets, some of these assets will go from you. So the best thing you can do is, before the start of Ketu Mahadasha, now for example, your Ketu Mahadasha is starting when you're 45, right? Before Ketu there is Mercury. So take precautions during the Mercury Mahadasha, save a lot of money, build a lot of assets, so that when Ketu Mahadasha comes, you will be able to face hurdles. If, say for example, some amount of money goes from you, some of your assets goes away from you, you will still be able to manage it because you have saved a lot of monies for this time period of Ketu Mahadasha. Now the second thing that can happen during Ketu Mahadasha is that, because Ketu is about spirituality, is about occult, is about astrology, is about higher learning and so on, you may show a lot of interest there. First half, or in the first couple of years, you may face the difficulties, but after that difficulty period, you're kind of getting adjusted to the difficult times. You start believing in spirituality, you start to do things which are more spiritual in nature. It will make you a stronger person. Your arrogance will shattered. You will realize that money is not everything in your life. There are things which are more important than money. You will realize that what you can do even without money. So if you have your Ketu Mahadasha early in your life, say in your 20s or 30s or even in your 40s, it will make you a stronger person to face the difficult or the later phase of your life. To face the later phase of your life, it will make you a stronger person. So ideally you should have Ketu Mahadasha earlier in your life, if you know. But Ketu Mahadasha will be difficult in your life, but everything that has cons will have pros. So the pros here is it will make you a stronger person, it will make you a humble person, it will help you the spiritual path, it will take you the spiritual path, and you'll start believing in spirituality. You will reduce your attachment to materialistic things, right? These are the people who go on to become very good philosophers, who becomes very good spiritual gurus, yoga teachers, astrologers. These are the people who can become into Reiki, occult science, healing. So these are the people you will find can also go into the lines of Ayurveda, into the lines of medicines, because Ketu will take you to a path of so much of difficulties that you will realize. And when I say difficulties in the material space, so that you will realize that materialistic world is not everything, and that will make you a person with higher knowledge and higher learning. That's what Ketu Mahadasha is. Another thing which I have seen during Ketu Mahadasha in people's chart is that wherever Ketu is placed in the native's chart, right? For example, if Ketu is placed in the 5th house and the person is going through Ketu Mahadasha, that 5th house things will become less and less important for him, or that 5th house matter will become a difficulty in his life. So if Ketu is placed in the 5th house and that guy is in his 20s, then he'll face setbacks from his love life point of view, from his marriage point of view, from relationship point of view. He will face difficulties there. If he has children or she has children, then that particular person will face difficulties how to manage the children properly, how to take care of the children properly, how to build that rapport with the children. That particular person will face difficulties there. If he or she gets into speculative business, they will face losses, they will face financial losses. So one thing you can do during Ketu Mahadasha is, wherever Ketu is placed in your chart, take that particular aspect of life a little slowly. Take care of that particular aspect of life. Why this happens is because, as I explained earlier, wherever Ketu is placed in your chart, you have got that in your previous birth, right? You have got that in your previous birth, so you're not really interested in this birth. Hence, you don't get those things easily, or you face difficulties in things related to that aspect of life. Like every Mahadasha, it has its pros and cons. Ketu Mahadasha is a little difficult if you are materialistic in nature, but if you are a spiritual person, if you have combination in your chart which has already made you a spiritual person, then Ketu Mahadasha can only amplify your spirituality, can only make you a better person as far as spirituality is concerned. So don't get really scared of Ketu Mahadasha. Yes, it can be a very difficult Mahadasha. In my opinion, for a materialistic person, Ketu Mahadasha is the most difficult Mahadasha. But please understand that you're able to save money before Ketu Mahadasha and you start going the spiritual path. You know that Ketu Mahadasha will take you to spirituality. Why not start preparing for it at the beginning? Why not keep a detachment from the materialistic things? Then you will see that you'll be able to face this Ketu Mahadasha pretty well, and Ketu Mahadasha will make you a better person, a stronger person, and a person with wisdom. That's about Ketu Mahadasha. If you have any questions, please do mention in the comment box. If you have any feedback to give to me, please mention in the comment box. Whenever I get time, I will reply to those comments. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel and please share the video if you like it. Take care and bye-bye.